We walk along as the next day flushes, and come to a grove of rose bushes. In a peaceful setting those blushes, and over in the corner of the garden I see a grave marker, there over, one that is almost completely covered by the fallen rose blossoms, all over.
What does it say, ma'am?
It says, "Here Omar Khayyam lies, the flower that once has blown forever dies."
He may be the one who inspired the book of philosophy, sire.
It says that he has gone to where no one knows, that he is buried far beneath the winter snows. I bend down a tulip smile, pouring its cup of dew onto the grave's pile.
Why?
I'm turning the cup so that dewdrops will slip into the ground and perhaps reach his thirsty lips, for this is what he asked people to do in his quips.
Can he sprout anew as what grows? Arising like an autumnal rose in some sort of second spring's pose?
I don't think so. Zounds. But his spirit has escaped from the ground and has touched us each, all around, and his words have echoed sound on down through the centuries round.
Then Omar does live again, I suppose. He lives in the hearts of his friends. He, a rose.
His poetic splendor lives beyond the grave. He's immortal. He's saved. The mourners are arriving, the procession of the moments live.
Whispers rise a gentle.
They all come, sad yesterday, today and tomorrow, blinded by grief and led only by their tears and sorrow. Hail, cheer, and farewell, they say to old Khayyam, you took from death all that life could borrow.
What else was said about Omar?
Well, on Omar's last day on earth set, he is sitting in the shade of a minaret. The bird of time lands near him, eats a few crumbs from his hand, so dim, then sings life's last song to him. Omar just relaxes, not upset, savoring the glow of his last sunset. Then a shining shape, the angel of light, seeks out Omar to bless him right, and the angel says, in flight, Omar, your clay must soon be repossessed. Let us drink to your success, and offers him a cup and the rest. Omar takes it and smiles, blessed, ready to meet life's last caress. Omar then lies down on the grass.
Eternal, pure in unity.
A dark shape arrives at the last. It is the angel of death, and to Omar it said, drink one last draught from your precious cup bread. Omar sips and smiles, then breathes his last breath. Ever since, and for centuries thereafter, in rest, Omar lies where the roses bloom. But then, like a ghost from the tomb, his lamp relumes, and his poetic spirit spreads, like perfume, injecting life and promise from earth's womb, spreading the words of the great Rubaiyat's fumes through all of this world's gloom and doom, like the spores of a healthful mushroom.
To whom?
To those who would taste of life, I presume. And so the desert simoom continues to blow across Omar's grave tomb, carrying forth his ancient Persian fumes. And every year the rose gardens for Omar sing, shedding their blossoms at the end of spring. Like the rose in its dearth, Omar Khayyam came hither from the earth, blossomed, bloomed, and showed his beauty, worth, charm, and color in full flowered mirth, until to earth his petals worth floated back down to wither in the dirt. Omar, as a tulip, was like a cup, looking up to take his heavenly sup, then to earth he was inverted, quite used up. The stars, the eyes of night, will often rise anew and look for him, but will never find him true, for he's bid adieu.
Ho, the dust now speaks to us.
Tread softly on me, for I was once like you.
Here we find the remains of a ghost town, my angel, and another cemetery's lawn, where we see a man sitting next to a grave and stone.
What are you doing, man?
I'm waiting for this dead and buried man to come back from death's land and tell me what it's like on the other side. I've been waiting here 10 years now.
Everyone dies, but not everyone lives.
The bird of time lands next to us and beaks.
I am the moment, the bird of time. I am here. It is I that you seek. I am the one you want. You found me anew. You've come for me, and I am here with you.
Drink the dew from the flowers here. You pick a new rose to carry. We think we hear the rose laughing and that we can even see it smiling. The rose speaks of what is so.
I am the rose that blows laughing into the world's boughs, until my tassels tear again when I throw my petals on the garden. Cherish me, for I represent the strife, the fragility and impermanence of life. I live in my prime but for just a while. First, I'm flowering and free, a child, but then I am fragile, and finally, forlorn. When my beauty is past, my petals float, torn, to earth, and all that's left is the thorn. But, while I live, I am full of power, of all the flowers.
Like the rose, we will grow old one day, sir, and then throw our treasure back to earth.
Thorns have roses. When I was young, Angeline, I wildly embraced many causes, including monkhood, and searched for all the becauses, but I haven't any regret, for I enjoyed my life as such yet, when I was young and wet.
Yes, me too. For every age has its own charm and lore, much like the different lights of evening, noon, and morn. There are always new worlds to explore, and each year seems to get better, more.
Yes, just when you think you've done it all, you rise up to the next level, tall, building on what's been done before, and then do everything better even more. As for feeling old, it is only a state of mind there, I must say, as I playfully toy with your hair.
Keep playing. Here's what I'm told. The day one stops being playful and bold is the day that one begins to get old. What have you learned from where he lies?
Nothing. I fear that perhaps ideas may die when the mind turns to dust and flies, that there can be no unique breath and enduring identity after death, without the brain and its memory's worth, just as there wouldn't be any before birth.
It could very well be that death is mindless and quite senseless.
Well, if no one comes back to tell me it about, I will just have to die to find it all out.
We will all die someday, my child, so you might as well live your life in the meanwhile. Remember, your warm body full of bloom is worth 10,000 lying in the tomb. Live while you're still full of life's tune. By these verses, let your lamp of life relume.
The man thinks a while to find currents flash signals through his living mind as chemicals decode the impulses in kind.
We're all a part of nature, so to nature we must return.
He's gone off in another direction, but I can still hear his diction.
Round the echoes play.
I sprang from the soil, born to live and die. Then I beheld life's font and drank it dry. I may not live forever, Jan, but my words and deeds will live on. As for me, I must go back whence I came by. I must return to earth and die.